listen, I understand we do not make trades through the season. We don't, okay? Cincinnati Bengals have not ever done it. But hear me out, right? Samaje Perine accepted Denver's offer, right? To go to the Broncos. And the reason why he accepted Denver's offer was because Sean Payton promised him he would get more carries in Denver than he would get in Cincinnati. We offered him the same contract that Denver offered him. And in the end, he accepted Denver because he believed in Sean Payton. But right now, the Broncos ship is going down. They're trying to trade away Jerry Jeudy. They're going to trade away a lot of their playmakers. Russell Wilson isn't going to be the quarterback moving forward. And Samaje is honestly, after fumbling last week versus KC, and that really ended the game in the end, was his fumble. His knee hit the ball and it caused the fumble. I don't think they're very happy with him in Denver right now. He's not getting the carries he wants. I mean, he has 24 carries on the season. 8 carries week 1, but since week 1, 1 carry, 3 carries, 6 carries, 6 carries. I don't think he would be against the idea of leaving Denver at this point. And if we're being honest here, Denver, they want all the draft capital they can get, right? So imagine we get Samaje Perine back for, let's say, a 7th round pick, because that's probably what Denver would trade. We could even trade a 7th, get a 7th, kind of do that kind of exchange, right? Bring him back home. And I really, again, like I said, I don't think he'd be against the idea. Because, let's be honest, he's probably going to get more carries in Cincinnati and have a winning team and have a chance of Super Bowl than he will in Denver, right? Denver right now is tanking for Caleb Williams. So if that's the case, this is a win-win-win for everybody, right? If not, what? He's going to stay there. He's going to not get much carries. They're always going to be passing the ball because Denver's going to be losing every single week. He's never going to get a chance to do what he wanted to do, which was become an RB1. At least back here in Cincinnati, you're going to split carries with Joe Mixon. And yeah, I think a lot of the reason why he left also was because he knew we were going to draft a running back. And he thought, okay, well, if you draft a running back, he'll probably be the future. Chase Brown so far hasn't really panned out for us. I mean, he hasn't gotten many carries, but he hasn't really panned out, Samaje. Dude, this is your chance to come back and, no hard feelings. It's the same contract we offered you before, right? Come back and let's do it. Let's get it going. And again, I know Cincinnati does not make in-season trades. They do not do it, okay? But you gotta make one exception, man. Because can you imagine Samaje on this offense with, behind Joe Mixon? Like right now, our biggest problem on offense has to be the fact of, our run game, right? We aren't running the ball that much. And a lot of the issues is, a lot of fans are saying this, and I agree with this, is that, we don't want to put all of this on Joe Mixon. And Travion is not going to run as efficient as Joe Mixon is. Neither is Chase Brown. So they want to pass the ball because they don't want to just run the ball every single play with Joe Mixon. Eventually, he could get hurt or something bad could happen. Change of pace back. Literally what Samaje was last season for us. And again, right now, this is the cheapest you're ever going to get him. He fumbled the game at the end of the game. The Broncos are in the crapper. They're going downhill. And literally, Sean Payton right now wants the scapegoat in any way possible. And honestly, Sean Payton can try to use this as, what? We lost this game because you fumbled the ball. This was not on me. It wasn't Sean Payton's fault. Whatever you want to make excuses of. Samaje, you're traded back to Cincinnati. And Samaje would be like, oh, that's awful. That's awful. I'm just saying, man. I would love to see this trade happen. Bring our boy back home. I mean, listen, he played for us for what? 1, 2, 3, 4 seasons. Like, we need him right now. We need to get this run game going, this run game popping. And don't get me wrong, I still have faith in Travion Williams. I still have faith in Chase Brown. But, we have someone who knows our offense. Someone who is experienced in our offense. And can actually go in there and, take over. and make some big runs or some catches, in all honesty, right? And actually open up our offense even more, especially with Joe. Not when he's not 100% yet. He still has a calf strain. Yes, obviously he's a lot better than he was a couple weeks ago. You know, he's a lot higher of a status right now when it comes to his injury, but he still has a calf strain, right? He's still recovering from a calf strain. So to have somebody be able to come in and really, you know, get some more carries and take away from that is even more beautiful. Not only that, we can have him again in their pass blocking, right? Samaje Perine can pass block. Have him in there blocking on some downs. You know, you can have if you have a shotgun formation, because that's all we run right now, have 2 running backs in there. They're never going to know what you can do. This just opens up the offense drastically, right? It changes a lot. And look at the fumbling. Fumbling when he was with us, 85.2, 85.1, 88.9. He doesn't fumble with us. He hasn't had 1 fumble since 2018 with us. You know, 2018 with Miami and Washington. He goes over there to Denver, and he already has 2 fumbles in 5 weeks. He's not getting what he wanted. He's not getting what he was promised. In a way, yeah, he was lied to. But he was lied to because that team just sucks, right? And now he's going to get a chance at redemption. He's going to get a chance at, getting what he wants, right? And we're also getting what we want. We wanted him back. This is not like, Hayden Hurst or Von Bell or Jesse Bates, where he let them go when they were like, okay, whatever, we'll offer you a contract, but we understand you're going to leave. Von Bell, actually, we really tried to bring back. We thought we were going to bring back Von Bell. But Samaje was like a guarantee. This wasn't even a question. And if it wasn't for Sean Payton being in his ear, promising him to get more carries and using a 2-back system, then he would have 100%, signed with us. And I think he would have came back to us and we would have had him for this year. But because of the fact that, he obviously had Sean Payton in his ear, he said, okay, well, I'm going to believe Sean Payton. And Broncos fans included, they're not happy about this whole situation, are you guys? So listen, Samaje. Last season you had 138 snaps. A lot of that was because Joe Mixon got hurt last year. But 95 attempts. Come back here. You're going to get probably not equal amount of snaps or attempts, but you're going to get way more snaps and attempts than you would in Denver. You're going to have a chance to play in the postseason. Have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. And we'll get that ring that we should have got back in 2020. Samaje, it's time for you to come back to the jungle. It's time for you to come home, and let's get this. Who they? Who they think gonna beat them Bengals? Nobody. Peace out, guys.